during the colonial times, the work of the police was not to work with the citizens. The job of the police was to protect the regime. And what we have seen happen in all the regimes that have been in Kenya is that the police tend to prioritize the interest of the regime. So in fact, one of the reasons, to add to the previous questions, one of the reasons is that protests that are seen as challenging the regime of the day tend to be policed more brutally than other protests. We've seen protests that are pro-regime tend to not attract as much violence. So there's a fundamental orientation of the police towards protecting the regime.
Now, protecting the paymasters.
Exactly. Well, even though you could argue the paymaster is actually the citizen who they are supposed to actually protect and focus on the most. Now, the thing about protecting the regime is that there's an opportunity cost. It comes at the expense of something else, which means that you are not then protecting the citizen. So the reason why there's a low level of trust, on the citizen sides to the police, is this belief, and actually there's a lot of evidence that they are focusing on protecting the regime rather than the citizens. And two, that they actually underprotect the citizens, right? So even where the citizens are in need of police support, the police do not always show up on time, if at all, right? Which means that the citizens, it's not unusual that the citizens will distrust the police. But the police, on the other hand, look at the citizens as, all of us, they see us as potential criminals. The idea that whether you've done something wrong or not, at some point there is something that, you are likely to do. So that level of distrust is very difficult to bridge.